Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from Fred Rerun Cherry. Let's vote on blockchain to secure elections. And I just mentioned this in a Hedera video that I just did yesterday. What this prevents is double voting, voter impersonation, vote tampering, and result manipulation. It would be fully transparent. So if we could track a shirt that's made overseas through the entire supply chain to the store shelf, why can't we track votes in an election? Why don't they put all voting on blockchain? And I think that would be a better path forward, because people are going to be questioning the 2024 election results, no matter who wins. Standard Chartered was also very vocal on the elections of 2024. So they say we use daily Bitcoin volume levels and popular strike levels to estimate post-election price moves. We think the Bitcoin price is likely to be around $73,000 on election day. Assuming a Trump victory, options imply that the price will rise about 4% when the presidential outcome is known, and around 10% in total within a few more days. If the Republicans sweep Congress, our year-end target level is $125,000. If Harris wins, we see Bitcoin initially trading lower, but still ending 2024 with a high around $75,000. Now, I agree with that, because I think the market will reflect a Republican sweep in Congress. Because look at what we had up to this point. We had Democrats like Elizabeth Warren using the SEC to crack down on crypto. And I think it would be very bullish if Republicans swept Congress. Now, along the way, things that can happen with Tether can impact these price points. And that's why we got to keep an eye on that as well. But I think Standard Charter's predictions are very good. Now, to debunk some XRP FUD. So a lot of people said there's no way that the Brics are ever going to utilize XRP. They don't even know what RippleNet is. Well, here's head of innovation at the National Payments Corporation of India mentioning the use of Ripple for cross-border payments. They also talk about how costly SWIFT is.
So I'll just repeat actually. So this is like, something we can look for the future actually. Currently, all the payments which are happening via the SWIFT network. The SWIFT network is like, very costly network, and it costs like almost like $8 to $10 for a $1,000 transfer. So in the future, what might happen, like, that there'll be bilateral arrangement between two countries for CBDC exchange, and also like, we could use crypto networks like Ripple for like, cross-border payments. So this is something which can...
So they already know Ripple is cheaper than SWIFT. And did you take notice? He also said crypto, meaning that they would most likely utilize XRP as well. So you think India doesn't talk to the rest of the BRICS countries about utilizing Ripple? You think the other BRICS countries don't know what RippleNet is, what XRP is capable of with on-demand liquidity? And then everybody was trying to say that none of the banks in Japan will be using XRP. Well, she's about to confirm that 50 plus banks plan to utilize RippleNet and XRP. Take a listen.
Actually, Japan is a very, very cash-oriented society.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, yeah. People think we are kind of advanced, but by the way, I come from Japan. But the percentage of digital payments of all the transactions is actually only 19%. So it's actually kind of national agenda to increase digital payments. And the government encourage banks to innovate so that they can increase digital payments ratio. So now what we are doing in Japan is we created a consortium of more than 50 banks to come together to develop a completely new payments platform or infrastructure powered by Ripple's distributed ledger technology, which basically replaced the existing domestic payments system called the Zengin system. It also can be applied for cross-border payments as well.
And that contrasts with Zelle, which is a fantastic enterprise.
Exactly.
It's built on the existing rails.
Existing rails, yeah.
Take notice how she said 50 plus banks utilizing RippleNet technology. They will also utilize XRP. They love XRP in Japan. But these are the things that people try to make you question. They always try to spin it to make it sound like this is never going to happen. But these countries are already going in that direction. People also said the Fed has no idea who Ripple is. Well, here's U.S. Federal Reserve David Andolfo. I can't even say that name right. The Fed could delegate settlement to a third party like Ripple. Take a listen.
That is, people say, how can you trust, the Fed to do the bookkeeping? I mean, like I said, my response is, you don't expect the Fed to kind of steal your money. I mean, if the Fed can print all the money at once, it's not going to mess around with your bookkeeping. So, we have this big spreadsheet, the blockchain if you want, but it's just managed by the Fed, and it's very cheap, much cheaper than Bitcoin, if you're willing to delegate the responsibility to a third party. But then the downsides to all of that, of course, is you'd actually suppose you didn't want the Fed to be responsible for processing the payments. I mean, suppose, the Fed will likely impose some KYC restrictions on some purchases. They might not process some purchases that you might want to undertake. And so it was at that point that I said, well, we could, if we wanted to, extend the concept one step further. I'm not saying that this is ever going to happen, but just conceptually, you could imagine not FedWire for all, but kind of like a Fed coin, where what the Fed would do is actually just issue these, Bitcoin-like objects, but and they would enforce a par exchange rate with the U.S. dollar. That would eliminate the exchange rate volatility. But they could delegate the clearing of these payments to some third party, some sort of Ripple-like protocol, or possibly even Bitcoin. I mean, we could delegate the responsibility of processing these electronic, Fedcoin payments to the miners. And the idea there would be,
the problem with Bitcoin is this: it's too expensive and it's too costly. Bitcoin is going to end up running over the XRP ledger. And even Matt Hamilton said that was always the plan from day one when the Bitcoin engineers decided to build the XRP ledger and then go and launch XRP. But the Fed absolutely knows what Ripple is. They know what XRP is. And even if the Fed did create their own coin, they're still going to have to move that coin. A bridge is always needed. And that's what's great about being an XRP holder. No matter what country you're talking about, when they go to send money from that country to another country, there's always a bridge involved, a trust layer. And that's why I'm always so bullish on XRP. Catch the latest live Blockstars episode with Joel Katz. Now, people said, why is tokenization not taking off already on the XRP ledger? Well, we still need regulations because Gary Gensler went and said something stupid in front of Congress. He said that some tokenized assets can still be called a security. So now you're going to need clarity around which assets are a security and which assets are not a security. I think that's going to be clarified inside of crypto regulations and stablecoin regulations. But we're also waiting for the EVM sidechain, which will go live early 2025. So they talk about the collaboration between Ripple and Axelar Foundation. Particularly, in enabling the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain. Axelar is providing the bridge that allows for seamless movement of assets like wrapped XRP between the XRP Ledger and EVM compatible chains. This opens up a world of opportunities for DeFi and real-world asset tokenization, because you're still going to need to be able to move those tokenized assets. You're going to need custody for those assets and the ability to move them from one country to another, from one person to another. And that's also what I think we're waiting on. The EVM sidechain is going to be very big for XRP. This comes from Smoke. Updated U.S. map of 2022 amendments to UCC code to allow the perfection of security interest in digital assets. Now, I talked about this in a video yesterday, and you said which states are under UCC. So you see it right here. These are the states that passed it, all the ones in green. And now some of these states are building upon that and going a step beyond just UCC. We just seen that happen in Pennsylvania around self-custody wallets, about getting your crypto off the exchanges and holding your own keys as well. And these laws are to protect retail investors. But you see the states that are already involved in this. I expect other states to come on board very early in 2025. But you see, some are still planned for this year. New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, West Virginia, Illinois, Montana, and Mississippi. Next year will be Texas, Florida, Maryland, and Oregon. Then the rest most likely right after that. But that's the path forward. You want retail investors to be protected. This way, we have future crypto investors coming into this space. Even after XRP moons, there's going to be new cryptocurrencies. Our latest UBRI campus collaboration showcases how Ripple's partnership with Cornell University is enhancing blockchain learning and research. And again, they are teaching XRP and RippleNet technology in the classrooms as well. So through Ripple's UBRI, Cornell has benefited from substantial support in developing blockchain-related research and educational programs. This collaboration has resulted in several groundbreaking initiatives, including 15 events, 21 fellowships, 50 research projects, and no less than 45 published papers. You know, they are going to be teaching XRP history in history books in the future. And think about it. We were so early to this cryptocurrency. We beat everyone to this space. RippleBacked Flare introduces blockchain machine to accelerate node deployment with Google Cloud. This is also very big. Flare, the blockchain for data, has accomplished a major milestone for the global development of decentralized applications on Google Cloud Marketplace. Novel blockchain machine for GCM is set to streamline dApp development on private nodes and cut costs for dApps teams. So it looks like this is going to bring more building, more projects onto the Flare network. And Flare hasn't even gotten going yet. You know, wait until Flare really starts to build out. It's going to become a monster in this space. It's even going to add more utility to XRP over time, more value to XRP over time. But you know, everything going forward looks great for XRP. I just wanted to debunk some of the FUD that's out there. You know, people act like nobody knows what RippleNet is, what XRP is. You know, you ever take notice, you get into an argument with someone on X about the banks utilizing XRP, and right away they say, no bank is ever going to want to touch it. But then you see, you know, Japan already ready to go with new Ripple rails, a whole network inside of Japan utilizing XRP. Same thing's going to happen inside of Brics. And the end game for the Fed is to utilize XRP. That's eventually going to happen because Swift is so freaking expensive. When there's a better option out there, sure, early on, you're going to have RippleNet and you're going to have Swift. They're going to be working together. But if Swift doesn't cut down the cost, country after country is just going to choose to move away from Swift. And look at all the countries joining Brics. They have zero plans to use Swift at all. They want to break away from Swift. What do you think they're going to utilize? The best alternative that's out there today, which is RippleNet and XRP. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.